Well, as our project house moves along, it's time to do wall finishes. And like everything else in this house, we're doing it as hard as possible. We've gone right to wall finishes 404. We've skipped the easy stuff. And we're doing Venetian plaster in this room with Chris Jewett, arguably the world's greatest decorative artist. Would you not agree?
No, actually not.
Okay.
Thanks.
Now, Chris, this is something that you rarely ever see. I mean, the wall actually reflects. I mean, how do you get that finish on it?
Well, this finish is basically several layers of plaster that are built up, and the final step of doing this is burnishing the plaster.
And what does burnishing mean?
It's actually just taking one of these nice little stainless steel trowels and going over the material with a lot of elbow grease.
Okay. Just basically burning it in there.
That's
from
right.
friction.
What happens is, as you're burnishing, you actually compact the material, all of the high points of the material on the wall, and that just brings it up to nice, bright, shiny polish.
Well, it's definitely reflective. And I noticed that you've got different colors here. How many layers are you doing on this?
There are actually 3 layers in this one. There's a base coat, which essentially is the same color as this one. There's a color coat on top of that, and then the final coat is the base coat color once again over the top. And we put that on very, very thinly so that the secondary color shines through.
Man, it is so smooth also.
With the modern materials that we're using these days, the material just really adheres well. It's kind of an acrylic base, so it's very, very durable and makes for very low maintenance, durable finish.
And you're really turning that trowel flat and pushing it in there.
Yeah,
So
it takes a lot of elbow grease. It's a very strenuous type of finish to do.
and how do you, as hard as you're pushing it in, how do you still end up with all these lines and veins going throughout all the plaster?
You know, that's just part of the effect that the product itself gives us. It's just a matter that you're pushing the stuff on so thinly, so hard, that it's actually translucent. All the little veins and lines happen just as a result of the product itself.
And you said you're doing 3 coats on this wall?
That's right.
Okay, now with all this plaster being on the wall, are we going to have a problem with cracks or anything?
No, this is actually a modern acrylic product, and it has exceptional durability. It's very low maintenance. It's easy to patch. It's really a terrific, sophisticated finish.
Now, Chris, this is hard work, and I can tell that you've spent a lot of time learning how to do this. So I almost hate to ask, but can someone try this themselves in their home?
Yeah, it's just a matter of practicing. That's actually probably more essential than anything else, is just holding these tools in your hands long enough to get comfortable with them.
Okay, and if we're trying to find someone like yourself to do the work, who do we call?
Interior designer would be your best bet.
Thanks for helping us today.
You're welcome.
If you want a great finish like this, it is something you can try yourself, but we've also got another Italian finish you might want to see, and it's hidden right beneath that tarp. Now, up at the top of our scaffold, hidden underneath the tarps, you see something that you don't ordinarily see in a brand new house, and that's an awesome looking fresco. And I've got a great artist with me today. I've got Nicola Vigini, who came in here and did this fresco. And what are the steps to do something like this? I mean, this is an awesome project.
Yes, we first start, this is a traditional, very ancient technique that we have to adapt to modern times. So since we don't have a brick wall, we start by waterproofing the wall with tar paper first things. And then
so you put that on top of the drywall?
Yes, we do on top of the drywall to be sure the moisture doesn't go through. And then we start by put metal lath, just like in a traditional plaster
Normal
system.
plaster job.
Normal plaster job. We use only pure plaster, lime putty, and sand. And we put a scratch coat and a brown coat. And then after that, and we let it dry, of course, between layers, we move to the final layer, which is basically what is called intonaco. It's the painted layers. And we're doing in different patches. So each day we apply 1 layer of plaster, and while still wet, we paint an image on, and that's why it's called fresco.
And why do you do it in sections like that? I mean,
because it dries very fast, and it's not possible to do it all in one day.
Okay, and right here we see the line where you've got one section going up through here.
Exactly.
So you did that piece.
And you can see the joint here, where today we'll be applying the next layer.
And how do you do that? You can't just all be freehand. You've got to plan this out.
No, absolutely.
It's a big
You can
project.
plan, yes, because you cannot erase anything in fresco.
Yeah.
So we do what is called cartoon, which is a full-scale drawing with little pokes. We dash through and we transfer the image. You can still see a little bit of the drawing there.
So just apply it on there and then put some dust and
we dust it off, and then you can see the image on the wet plaster, and then you're ready and start to plaster.
Now, this is not something someone would take on in their own house. I mean, they need a professional.
Oh,
like
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. And there is only, you know, few of us that are doing this kind of technique. I come from Italy originally. That's where some people still practicing this technique. And like I said, it's very rare and it's very difficult. Makes life much harder for the painter himself. It's much harder technique to master, but has some unique quality, and you really will have something that it's the same exact technique that Michelangelo used in the Sistine Chapel. So something really unique today.
If you're working on your own walls inside your house, remember you're not just limited to paint and wallpaper. There are a lot of different choices out there, and yeah, it can cost a lot of money, but you can achieve any look that you've ever seen anywhere in the world.